I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Here's a look at tonight's top stories. Bimini native VJ Edgecombe secures a third overall to the Philadelphia 76ers. We have Bimini's reactions tonight. Tourism officials discussing the second city as a global nexus for business. The Department of Labor expounding on the importance of job seekers being prepared for the work field.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. We are coming to you live from Resorts World Bimini. I'm Yolanda Thompson-Everest. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping the news tonight, the island of Bimini erupting with excitement as hometown hero VJ Edgecombe drafted third overall to the Philadelphia 76ers. Our ZNS News team was on the ground as watch parties throughout the island was held in motorcade and celebration. Here's that story.
With the third pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select VJ
I believe is a good opportunity, not for just Bimini, but the Bahamas, especially for the youth, how the world is going now. It make them feel they have a chance to, progress themselves outside of just the Bahamas.
Man, words can't even describe. It's like a wow for the Bahamian population, mostly for Bimini population.
I know he was going third. I know he's going third. That's my godchild. I wish him all the best.
To the powers of God, Bimini always been a spot. We always had athletes in Bimini. Thank God, VJ made it to the NBA.
The night ended in celebration as residents took to their vehicles and golf carts, parading through the streets in honor of VJ's historic achievement, marking a moment of pride Bimini won't forget. Tourism and investment officials are once again emphasizing the significant opportunities available in Grand Bahama as the island remains the focus of more than $1 billion in ongoing local and international investments. While the figure isn't new, it was reaffirmed during the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce's June meeting, where representatives from the Ministry of Tourism, Investments and Aviation outlined the government's continued push to position Grand Bahama as a global nexus for business.
Its emergence as a global nexus isn't by chance. With the nation's busiest and fastest growing investment landscape, Grand Bahama is the country's pathway to the world.
Bo emphasizing the island's favorable tax climate as a key driver for attracting new investments, calling it strategic advantage that not only draws international interest, but also bolsters the long-term growth and resilience of a local business.
Bahama benefits are second to none. Significant tax benefits which support business establishment and sustainability, our deep water port, the deepest man-made harbor in the region, our strategic location, which is an incredible advantage with our proximity to the U.S. coast. As the government of the Bahamas and private sector continues to collaborate, the results are increasingly evident. Enhanced connectivity, renewed urban spaces, expanding green infrastructure, and growing investor confidence. The new economic activity reflects Grand Bahama's readiness to meet the demands of the world.
It's been an ongoing challenge from the Ministry of Education addressing the teacher shortage that has left officials relying on foreign laborers and retirees to help fill the gap. Outside of those measures, a teachers union president shares one way that could attract more youth into the profession. Cleopatra Murphy has that report.
President of the Bahamas Educators, Counselors, and Allied Workers Union, Sandra Major, says the teaching profession is rapidly losing educators, with UNESCO projecting 66 million teachers will be needed globally by 2030. Major, speaking on the sidelines of the union's 4th annual general meeting Monday, says the teacher shortage is a very real problem in the Bahamas, and her union wants to be more community-minded in an effort to attract more teachers to the profession. But there must also be an improvement in teacher benefits.
If you work, you should be paid. If a benefit is in the agreement for you, then you should get the benefit that's in the agreement. All we're asking with the government is that whatever we negotiate for our teachers, give it to them in a timely fashion, which makes it easier for them to do their job in the classroom. Because I have to worry about my home and my job. My home is going to come first.
She says partnership with the community and, importantly, government is critical, as many teachers feel the benefits are not worth it when it can take years to receive confirmations, among other challenges.
When you have a large classroom with 25, 30, 35 children, and you're the only person with them, sometimes you'll have an aide. Then you must understand the stress it is. See, we consider the children, but you have to consider the teacher as well.
The two-day AGM, held under the theme Empowering Minds, Elevating Standards in Unionism, also saw several educators being recognized for their contributions. Addressing the event was former unionist, Minister of State for the Environment, the Honorable Zane Lightbourne, congratulating BECU on its impressive accomplishments in 4 short years.
Your legitimate existence is essential in maintaining the integrity of the labor movement in the Bahamas. As you continue to grow as an organization, I encourage you to be steadfast, to adhere to your constitution and the provisions outlined in the law, so that your members are protected from potential abuse, and also so that you can ensure that BECU operates democratically and transparently.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
And still to come.
We give you a behind-the-scenes look of MSC Ocean Key. You won't want to miss it. That story, sports, and more when the Northern Edition continues.
Imagine a world where every brand knows your name and every store awaits your arrival. Elite shopping. Travel where luxury is a lifestyle and every journey feels like home. Dine where every flavor is just for you, every table reserved, and every moment a taste of perfection. Make every big moment even bigger. Experience banking where wealth isn't just managed, it's maximized. Step into a world without limits. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Keep the trend trending with Bethel's Air Conditioning and Refrigeration. Inverter units in Freon at unbeatable bonded and duty-paid prices while supplies last. Cash sale only at number 3 Milton Street. Call 602-5467. From July 2nd through the 10th, Grand Bahama is the place to be. Don't miss the Welcoming Home Grand Cultural Festival in downtown Freeport, Saturday, July 5th, beginning at 7 p.m. Bahamian food, arts and crafts, kids corner, and live performances by Recon Bahamas, Sherrod Taylor, Nishi LS, Avi, and DMAC. Go to ministryforgb.com for the full welcoming calendar of events. From July 2nd through the 10th, Grand Bahama is the place to be. Don't miss the Welcoming Home Grand Cultural Festival in downtown Freeport, Saturday, July 5th, beginning at 7 p.m. Bahamian food, arts and crafts, kids corner, and live performances by Recon Bahamas, Sherrod Taylor, Nishi LS, Avi, and DMAC. Go to ministryforgb.com for the full welcoming calendar of events.
The Bahamas Turks and Caicos Association and family and friends of Mr. Headley James Cornelius Forbes invite you to a service of reflection and celebration of a man with a heart for the people. Come, let us give God thanks for this gift. A man of humble beginnings who rose to become a successful businessman and philanthropist. This service will be held on June 29th at 4 p.m. at Jubilee Cathedral on Jubilee Boulevard. Let us remember to honor those who labor among us.
Do you want to find relief from common health concerns such as headaches, back pain, chronic inflammation, and more? How about improve sleep, boost energy, and improve overall well-being? Check out RA Balance Bahamas and get your body into balance with biomagnetic therapy. For all our social links, contacts, or to request an appointment, visit rabalancebahamas.com.
The Fluid Factory and the Rhythm 102.7 FM brings it to you. The Reunion 3, the mega old school party. Saturday, June 28th. Performing live. Bahamas is the one you know and love. The hitmaker Tanya Stevens.
Yo, Freeport, this is your girl Tanya Stevens inviting you to join me for the Reunion 3. And it's at the Grand Lucayan Ballroom. Yo, I want the boom box. Love the way you have the post.
Oh yes, Tanya Stevens live. Join all her hits at the Reunion 3. Saturday, June 28th at the Grand Lucayan Ballroom. Get your early bird tickets now. This one will sell out. Tickets are $60 VIP, $100 platinum, table $650, skybox $2,800. Act like you know with Tanya Stevens performing live. Saturday, June 28th at the Grand Lucayan Ballroom. Gates open at 8 p.m. Tickets are on sale now. Reunion3.com. Tanya Stevens performing live.
Make sure we see you.
Just 50 miles off the coast of Florida lies a destination unlike any other. Welcome to Resorts World Bimini in the Bahamas, where vibrant culture means endless adventure. Relax on pristine beaches, savor Caribbean flavors, and sun-filled hotel stays. Whether it's a tranquil escape, night at the casino, or a weekend full of thrills, Bimini feels like a world away, but closer than you ever imagined. Your journey begins here, Resorts World Bimini.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. MSC Ocean Key is a stunning destination with crystal clear waters, pristine beaches, and coral reefs teeming with life. During our stay here in Bimini, we had a first-hand tour of the island that was nothing short of amazing. Here's that story. 8 pristine and beautiful beaches, snorkeling for the ocean lovers, kayaking for the cruisers, sunset sailing to calm the mind, a lighthouse light show, and a spa for the ultimate relaxation. Our tour around Ocean Key was nothing short of amazing. Our special tour guide, tramp manager Greg Evans, gave us an exclusive look at all Ocean Key has to offer.
We have 7 beaches right here that, including I pass every last one, giving a bit of detail and history, giving them experience of where they can go and sit and enjoy whatever type of comfort they would want while they're here. Okay, because we have other beaches where you may be a young adult that's looking for a little bit more of the entertainment session, so and you may be one that more reserved, looking for something just less, but then, you know, always a little more private. So we have those beaches here as well. And we have the comedies of food trucks that are spread around the island. So no matter where you're at on this beach right now, you can be accommodated by whether it is the floating mats, the umbrellas, our cabanas that we offer, the services, and then we have foods that are spread around as well. And there's enough to go around. So we don't have to worry about the lines being overcrowded and much of any fighting or hustle and bustle.
Evans says his favorite spot is Paradise Beach, home to a picturesque wedding pavilion and the only area on the key without a bar. But for beach lovers seeking adventure, here's Evans' guide to the best excursions.
Beach is a little bit more entertaining, excitement, and you have way more excursions going on from there. You have the snooper, where they put you in the snorkeling gears. We have some ancient statues, those Greek goddesses. You can go there, dive and explore while in look at fish and lobsters.
The 95-acre key offers a range of unique shopping experiences, including locally made crafts and jewelry. In addition to food trucks, visitors can enjoy a variety of restaurants serving everything from quick snacks to gourmet meals. For those traveling as a family, Evans highlights a kid-friendly lagoon and my favorite part, a lighthouse that actually lights up.
This is a guided tour, so we don't allow guests to go up and down at will. But it is currently standing as the tallest lighthouse throughout the entire Bahamas. Now, it does stand at over 115 feet tall. It's also the most extravagant buildings because it's the only one that has LED lights that gives that incredible show by night. with 23,000 to be exact. But what is not so interesting about our lighthouse is that it has literally absolutely nothing obligation.
Overall, the Tramp Guide expresses a deep appreciation for his role with MSC Cruise Lines, noting that the company not only values its employees, but also demonstrates a sincere commitment to the well-being of the Bahamian people and the guest experience on Ocean Key.
Was given the Tramp, always been my love for the company even more, because that is when I had to move around the island my own time, learning the island completely. And that is when I came to the realization that MSC, being the only company coming into this Bahamas, showing actual concerns about the environment and that ecosystem. Scientifically speaking, I believe at least 60% of people rely strongly on the ocean as a result of how they provide their families. So this is very important.
In other news, they are the first to greet you once you enter the doors of Resorts World Bimini, and tonight, the front desk team shares why they set the standard for an unforgettable visit.
Good afternoon. Thank you for calling Resorts World Bimini. Please hold for me. Hi, my name is Ambrose Cartwright. I'm responsible for the day-to-day operations as a supervisor here at Resorts World Bimini. So I started back in May of 2023. Since then, I've gotten a few promotions, first to acting supervisor, then to a full-time supervisor. As a supervisor, it is my duty to ensure that my employees are carrying that out at the highest standard. At any given time, especially on the busy days, such as the weekends, Friday to Sunday, even some Wednesday to Fridays, I supervise up to 4 to 5 employees at a time. Being in our industry, hospitality, like I said, customer service is key. We are here to make the guests feel welcome. You know, sometimes we're dealing with 300 to 400 guests coming off at one time. Rooms aren't ready. Some rooms are, some rooms aren't. We have to ensure that each guest feels comfortable knowing that, you know, your room isn't going to be ready for a few hours. And we have to manage that, take it into account, take their long route here into account first. So we always try to greet them with a smile, a good morning, a how are you, how was your trip? If there's any sort of hiccups along the way, we try to apologize as much as possible to alleviate your stress, let them know that we are empathizing with them. We have several different departments here at Resort World. Friend, this is the starting point. It's the first point of contact that the guests have. So we have that advantage in making sure that the first experience they have is a memorable one. That's why I think front desk is one of the, I'm not saying that no other department isn't important, but that's why I think that front desk is also along the main line of importance here, especially in the hospitality industries, especially here at Resorts World as too.
To look at stories making news, a check on sports when we return.
Walk, run, or cycle in the Ministry for Grand Bahamas Welcoming Home 5K Road Race and Health Fair on Saturday, July 5th, beginning at 6 a.m. at the Harold de Gregory Complex. Bring the family for a morning of fitness, fun, and culture. Get free health screenings after the race and purchase a healthy breakfast from participating vendors. Registration is free. Go to ministryforgb.com to register today.
Here at Island Bedding, we provide Bahamians a local option for factory direct quality sleep products. We have also expanded to include a range of furniture and home accessories. Check out our new living room pieces, including sectional, TV stands, accent tables, and more. Come on down to Island Bedding and feast your eyes on prices you have to see to believe. Located at number 5 Queens Highway, across from Caribbean Veterinarian.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I still want to put shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
And I still want to put shoes on your feet.
We still want to put shoes on your feet.
2 locations to put shoes on your feet. Downtown Freeport, and now our newest location in the Carmichael City Shopping Plaza, right behind the Walk Up Wendy's, Carmichael Road West.
Welcoming Home. Get ready, Grand Bahama. The Welcoming Home Grand Expo and Empowerment Seminar is coming July 4th, 2025. Join us at the Grand Lucayan Convention Center from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. for a day of inspiration, information, and opportunity. Hear key updates from the government and connect with top investors, entrepreneurs, and business leaders. Whether you're returning home or looking to grow your vision, this is your moment. The future of Grand Bahama is now. Be a part of it. That's Friday, July 4th at the Grand Lucayan. Don't miss it.
In the heart of the Bahamas, there once lay an unassuming island, scarred, forgotten, left behind by industry. A place that had given so much, but had been abandoned in return. It took a family whose legacy is deeply intertwined with the sea to see its potential. They saw not just an island, but possibilities to replace abandonment and desolation with life and beauty. The transformation of Ocean Key was a collective effort, bringing together skilled workers, artisans, builders, and conservationists, combining passionate visionaries with Bahamian expertise, ensuring that Ocean Key was not just a paradise, but a source of opportunity.
What's happening, beautiful people? I'm Shane Stubbs with your evening sports update. It is official. Valdez VJ Edgecombe is officially a member of the Philadelphia 76ers. The Bimini native would hear his name called as the 3rd overall pick of the 2025 NBA draft class. Now, of course, he joins the 76ers with Joel Embiid and Paul George as they look to rebound from a shaky season last year. Of course, there was a whole wave of emotions as the Bimini native realized his dream come true. Here he is at the podium.
I don't got no words. It's just surreal. Like I say, I work hard, and everything is paying off, but you know, the work don't stop. Now I'm definitely looking forward to going to Philly, meeting the team, get ready for summer league, training camp, all that. So I'm focused on playing now.
He now joins Bahamian basketball players Shavano Buddy Hield, who was drafted back in 2016, DeAndre Ayton, who was drafted back in 2018, and Kai Jones in 2021, who were all drafted to the association over the past 9 years. And of course, that was led by Michael Sweetbells Thompson, who was the 1st overall pick back in 1978.
It shows that basketball in the Bahamas is growing. And it's growing at a pretty rapid pace. And, you know, I'm excited to see who's next. And I'm helping them as much as I can. Inspire. I'm trying my best to continue inspiring the ones that come after me.
The Sixers have been on the bubble the past few seasons, and VJ looks forward to being a piece that gets the squad over the hump.
Being that piece that's going to help them get over the hump would mean a lot to me, would mean a lot to the fans, the owners.
And of course, the celebration raved on over on the island of Bimini as residents flooded the streets in celebration. He had to show love to his Bimini family.
Love y'all. Forever. Love y'all forever. Y'all know what it is.
There for the ride was his mother, Brandra Rule, who was beaming with excitement for her baby boy.
This is nothing short of amazing. Oh my God. Oh my God. The tears, determination, sacrifices. We did it. Bimini to the world, 242, 347.
Beautiful people, that's your check on sports. My name is Shane Stubbs. Your Facebook friend of the day is up next.
Let's come together to worship in preparation for our nation's 52nd anniversary of independence at the Ecumenical Service of Praise and Thanksgiving at First Baptist Church, led by the Grand Bahama Christian Council on Sunday, July 6th at 3 p.m. The public is welcome.
Welcoming home. Get ready, Grand Bahama. The Welcoming Home Grand Expo and Empowerment Seminar is coming July 4th, 2025. Join us at the Grand Lucayan Convention Center from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. for a day of inspiration, information, and opportunity. Hear key updates from the government and connect with top investors, entrepreneurs, and business leaders. Whether you're returning home or looking to grow your vision, this is your moment. The future of Grand Bahama is now. Be a part of it. That's Friday, July 4th at the Grand Lucayan. Don't miss it.
A new era is dawning in Grand Bahama. An opportunity, it's knocking louder than ever. Introducing Tract B, Bahama Reef Yacht and Country Club, Unit 1. A prime corner commercial property, footsteps from the Port Lucayo Marketplace, crystal clear waters and white sandy beaches. This expansive 4.8-acre tract is zoned for commercial and multi-use development. Envision a thriving restaurant, a boutique hotel, or an entertainment hub unique to your vision come to life. You can live, work, play, and learn in paradise when you seize this rare opportunity today. Collaborate with DevCo and let's shape the future of Grand Bahama Island together.
Hello, my name is Sharice Butler and I am the owner of CB What You Crafting Today. Our vision is to bring your vision to life. CB Custom Prints is a printing business that specializes in high-quality printing. The printing that we offer is sublimation, DTF, polyester dry-fit shirts, tumblers, cups, mugs, aprons, all of that. With our GTF printing, we also sell the prints to other small business owners that don't have the machine and that would wish to purchase the prints from us. So we are located in the Marlboro building, directly in front of the new Independence Circle. You can contact us 242-646-8109. We have TikTok, CB Custom Prints, Instagram, CB Custom Prints 242, or Snapchat, and Facebook, CB Custom Prints 242 or CB Custom Prints.
Have you ever dreamed of gifting a loved one their own piece of paradise? Now, with DevCo's groundbreaking gift initiative, you can turn that very dream into reality. GIFT, which stands for Generational Investment, Friends and Family Trust, is a simple yet powerful way to make property ownership more accessible. Contribute to the 10% down payment in person or team up with friends and family to make it even easier. You can even pay online via direct bank transfer, then submit the required form with just a few taps. The person you gift then enters a manageable 7-year payment plan, or they can pay in full anytime. Imagine the joy of giving the gift of ownership, a piece of the Bahamas, a piece of paradise, right at your fingertips. Now, you can gift for a birthday, a wedding, graduation, Christmas, or simply just because. With DevCo's gift initiative, you're not just giving a gift, you're gifting a bright future. DevCo, where opportunities embrace and gift ownership. Visit gbdevco.com to learn more.
Your #1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that's going to do it for us here live at Resorts World's Bimini. On behalf of our entire ZNS News team, we want to say thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest. The Bahamas Tonight starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the government scores a win with the signing of its 57th industrial agreement, the latest with senior doctors. Also, who's made the cut for the F&M's 2026 candidacy lineup? The first 16 to be named tonight. And the Bahamas joins in on a global life-saving event that brings together kids and adults on 6 continents. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. A suite of benefits for members of the Consultant Physicians Staff Association, who today secured a new industrial agreement with the government. And among the perks, paid paternity leave of up to 15 days. Lloyd Allen takes it from here.
Following more than 2 years of negotiation, a point of consensus has been reached between the Senior Doctors Union and the government, paving the way for a new industrial agreement. The signing taking place on Thursday at the office of the Prime Minister.
As in negotiations, there are some ups, some downs, but through it all, we remained optimistic that an agreement not only was possible, but that it would happen sooner rather than later.
Now, according to the Honorable Pia Glover Roll, this is a monumental signing as it also paves the way for a number of accomplishments.
We signed an agreement with the Bahamas Doctors Union, and now through today's agreement with the CPSA, we've ensured progress towards improved compensation, increased compensation, improved benefits, and fair standards for all doctors now working in the public health care system.
President of the Consultant Physician Staff Association, Dr. Sherelle Lockhart, said the issue of doctors signing in remains an issue moving forward.
From our perspective, there is lots of work that is done when we are not in the 4 walls of an institution, and so our concern is to make sure that those times and hours are captured. And so we certainly need to come to an agreement as to how to capture that time that we are working outside of the 4 walls.
Other benefits include paid paternity and adoption leave, the increase of leave benefit for senior physicians, comprehensive group medical insurance, as well as remuneration for year 3, 4, and 5.
The industrial agreement now will last for 1 year, so we go back to the table around the same time next year.
As we deliver as a government on these dozens of agreements, it's also time that you hold your members accountable for productivity, for quality customer service, and for an honest day's work in exchange for an honest day's pay.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Well, the plant that gets you high. Cannabis has long been stigmatized as such, but it really doesn't have to be. Just ask the people who've taken it for medicinal purposes, like in the case of insomnia, anxiety, and depression. And as others have found out, it doesn't have to be smoked. Apart from edibles, gummies, and foods, there are now cannabis-infused beverages. Meantime, transdermal cannabis patches are still being investigated in clinical trials. A mouthful from a woman who uses cannabis as treatment for painful nerve damage after learning she's allergic to prescription medicine. Canadian cannabis expert Anno Solomon also assisted the Davis administration with drafting legislation for cannabis.
Dosage is really important. This is one thing, is if the product is being made properly with proper formulation and the chemistry, you're going to have proper dosages. And that's a big thing, is when people are just making products and they're not using any type of regulation or a standardization, this is when it becomes, you hear the stories about, oh, someone gave me a brownie and I was so sick on the floor.
Right.
And again, so that's the lack of education, lack of awareness, and improper dosing. So back home, I offer like community seminars, workshops, school awareness, things like that, so that way we can help educate people who normally wouldn't think to use cannabis. Senior citizens come to me all the time and they're like, how do I use cannabis?
The Cannabis Authority, tasked with developing policies, procedures, and guidelines to establish and regulate cannabis for medicinal, scientific, and religious use here in the Bahamas, has been allocated $400,000 in the 2025-2026 budget.
You bring a cannabis industry to a new country, obviously there's going to be lots of jobs. That's great. That's a given. We're always going to have the jobs. But why not reach out to the universities? Why not start teaching proper university programs on the beginnings from cultivation to quality assurance to business to the import to the export from start to finish? If somebody's interested in being in this industry, offer accredited university programs that will teach them everything they want with world-class experts coming in to teach your people. Keep that knowledge within your country as well.
And speaking of the 2025-2026 fiscal period, that budget now only awaiting the Governor General's stamp of approval. This having been passed in the upper chamber last night, days after being cleared in the House of Assembly. Now, once the budget receives the Governor General's assent, it is officially enacted and published in the Gazette, becoming the legal framework for the government's financial operations. Leader of Government Business in the Senate and Minister of Economic Affairs, the Honorable Michael Alquitas, wrapped up the session with satisfaction.
Before I move the final adjournment, I would like to once again thank senators for their excellent contributions to the budget debate, to their full attendance all during the debate, the high quality and excellent delivery of all the presentations in this debate, and thank them once again. It has been a pleasure, and so, Madam President, I move that the Senate do now adjourn.
The government is tonight refuting a social media post alleging that the Bahamas has withdrawn from the Caribbean, CARICOM, and other regional organizations. The message, according to the Director of Communications in the Office of the Prime Minister, Latrell Ramming, is rooted in disinformation and is likely to increase as the country approaches its next general elections.
There is no formal statement endorsed by the Prime Minister referring to the country not being a part of CARICOM. We want to advise Bahamians that to really scrutinize the information they have, to pay close attention to official government channels, the Office of the Prime Minister, myself as Director of Communications, and to ensure that the information that is being placed out there is accurate and is correct. But we also, we are aware that we are heading in towards an election season, and you're going to see a lot of this type of activity happening.
Coming up, the impact, if any, on the fire burning in western New Providence. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. That story and more when we return.
Imagine a world where every brand knows your name and every store awaits your arrival. Elite shopping, travel where luxury is a lifestyle and every journey feels like home. Dine where every flavor is just for you, every table reserved, and every moment a taste of perfection. Make every big moment even bigger. Experience banking where wealth isn't just managed, it's maximized. Step into a world without limits. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Irresistible taste of a KFC big deal, some people will do anything. KFC is finger-licking good.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. BTC customers, claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
For us at the Myers Group of restaurants, we found that we have a pretty large portion of our employment pool that had difficulty getting bank accounts.
The issue we had previously was just getting cash, getting funds on the island. And with only one working ATM, the idea of the sand dollar just in being digital, and everybody has a smartphone nowadays, it actually worked into our favor.
The sand dollar was like a godsend because it's It allowed us to add it to our payroll system, which means we're able to send their money to the $100 wallet.
It's still a bank transfer because you get an account number. So from the employer side of things, all I have to do is send your funds just as usual.
It opens up our pool for us to be able to hire some of the people that we couldn't hire before because they were unable to open bank accounts. This has been a really good solution.
Hi, I'm Melissa, and I'm a survey enumerator with the Bahamas National Statistical Institute, or BNSI. For the next few months, we will be conducting the Household Expenditure Survey on various islands.
You might be wondering, why is this survey important? Well, it helps us to determine the poverty line and assess how to ensure everyone has access to the basic services they need. This information is used by the government, businesses, researchers, and students to make informed decisions and plan for the future. We know that your time is valuable, which is why we've made the survey as simple and easy as possible. And don't worry, all your information you provide is confidential.
Your participation will help us gather accurate information that will benefit everyone in the Bahamas. Thank you for your cooperation and being a part of shaping the future of the Bahamas.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, where safety is first.
You're looking at a shot of Luca Kari Bar and Grill on the waterfront of Woods Rogers Wharf, downtown Nassau, near the Nassau Cruise Port. That shot courtesy of our drone pilot, Neville Smith. Welcome back. A big night for the opposition Free National Movement, who will tonight reveal a number of candidates selected to carry its banner in the upcoming general election. Our Felicity Darville is posted at the party's Mackey Street headquarters. Felicity, what can you tell us? Well, we'll come back to that story in other news. Today's rain providing welcomed relief to western New Providence's brush fire and the widespread smoke emanating from it in recent days. And this considering firefighters spent hours battling the blaze that forced some Adelaide residents to even evacuate. There is an assurance from Police Commissioner Shanton Knowles, though, that the fire has been contained and additional resources have been acquired to ensure safety.
So we know that that fire has been burning for a couple days. My teams from the fire department have been on that location for a few days. Up to 1 o'clock this morning, I was talking to my fire commander, Demers Ambrista, who has given me an update. We know that where it's burning, our vehicles can't get to it access the fire as easily as they would want to. We have gotten the assistance from community partners in obtaining heavy equipment so that we can form fire breaks. And that has helped us to prevent the fire from getting to homes in that area. And they are still on the scene of trying to extinguish that fire.
Well, we now go back to our Felicity Darville, who's standing by at the Free National Movement's headquarters on Mackey Street. Felicity?
Well, Makushla, it is a rainy, wet, and in some cases flooded day here in New Providence, but that isn't stopping Free National Movement supporters from flooding Mackey Street at this hour. They're filing in by the scores here at the F&M headquarters for what would be a historic day for them, the rollout of their first set of candidates for the 2026, hopefully, general elections. Joining us at this time is the deputy chairman of the Free National Movement, bright and promising young man, politician, Mr. Travis Robinson. Now, Travis, can you explain to us exactly what happens as the first candidates are being selected this evening?
So what is happening right now, let me just say thank you for having me. It's an awesome day in the Free National Movement right now. We started from 3 p.m. actually today with the executive, or what we now deem to be the candidate select committee. They've been going through all the process, reviewing all the files of each potential candidate and making a determination. We're now at the council level where the individuals will be officially ratified by the Free National Movement to be our standard bearer all across the different constituencies in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Now, I will allow for later on for you to see how many candidates we have confirmed this evening, but it will be a substantial amount. And we're excited. We're inviting you, if you're out there watching, listening to me right now, you support the FNM, you're a part of what we represent, come on down to 144 Market Street and be a part of this big celebration that we're rolling out. The leader will address the crowd later tonight to speak to the new vision, the plan for the country, for the Bahamas, and how we will be different from this failed administration that we have now presenting candidates to replace.
Now, we've been told it's about 17, so I'm pretty guessing that that's going to be around the number, yeah?
We will wait for after the official ratification that's happening right now. Matter of fact, as I'm speaking to you, persons are being ratified as I speak, and we will roll out that massive list of candidates in just an hour or a half from now. And I think the Bahamian people will be more than pleased by the individuals we present to the public. They'll be able to look and see a list of young people, women, and former persons who would have made substantial impact to the country.
And maybe an individual or two that might have been from another party. So let's stay tuned and see what happens, and I'll be excited to let you all know exactly what commensurates today. Back to you in studio.
Well, thanks for listening. Now, as you just heard, we will know who and exactly how many candidates the FNM has so far ratified in a later newscast. In other news, in the case of the 3 youngsters left fighting for their lives following that deadly fire in Bain Town last week, Managing Director of the Public Hospitals Authority, Albernette Rose, says the children are in stable condition, a vast improvement from where they were initially.
The latest update is that the 3 are there. They're very stable. The physicians are still attending to them as inpatients, and they seem to be progressing. So as the days go on, then we will see the results, but they are stable at this time.
Now, reports are that the mother of the 4 children left them in the care of a relative on Ruperdine Lane. The relative, who fell asleep, reportedly awoke to the sound of children screaming and on fire. 5-year-old Decoya Major lost his life in that blaze. We're told Bahama moved quickly to include the mother of the children in their latest charity drive, providing her with $15,000 to bury her child and to assist with the children who survived.
Children can amaze you, you know. Their ability to rebound is nothing. And, you know, when we complain of things like pain and stuff, they seem to have such a high tolerance. But we're very excited in terms of their progress and to note that the clinicians have the ability to attend to their existing needs. So we're looking forward to them improving. As a nurse myself of over 40 years, whenever it comes to children and the elderly, there's a special thing in our heart. And so, yes, I really want to commend the staff who are attending to their wounds, as well as the clinical teams, all the support staff, just to ensure that the patients get the treatment that they need.
Now, on the police end of things, Commissioner Knowles says no decision has been made regarding whether someone will be charged in connection with the tragedy, but she did offer up this advice.
We need to encourage parents and guardians to not leave their children at home alone, and certainly leave them with responsible adults. We know that this fire was caused because of some portable stove that may have been in the room. And we need to put these things that may possibly cause injury or harm to children.
Over 100 black law enforcement executives from the U.S.-based Organization of Black Law Enforcement are in the capital for an international summit. The 2-day event examines key global policing issues. Our Desmond Saunders has the details of the opening ceremony.
While recent stats are showing a downward trend in overall crime, the face and reality of violent activities still hit at the core of our daily existence. Acting Prime Minister, the Honorable Glenys Hannah Martin, reminding delegates that violent crime has no nationality and border, and every effort should be accelerated to arrest it.
As Minister of Education, I see the aftermath of crime every single day, not just in crime statistics, but in the faces of children who have lost fathers, uncles, brothers, mothers, sometimes all 3, to gun violence. Children who carry trauma so deep, they sit in silence, or they lash out in rage, or they disappear altogether into a world that pulls them in faster than we can pull them out.
This week's National Association of Black Law Enforcement Officers also comes as the country grapples with transnational crime. The Bahamas, an archipelagic nation with its vast ocean territory, faces continued vulnerable threats of firearm trafficking and migrant smuggling from around the world. Minister Hannah Martin believes global collaboration is critical in addressing this issue.
Whether you wear the badge in Atlanta, Montego Bay, or Nassau, the forces working against us are increasingly sophisticated. Transnational trafficking, cybercrime, weapons smuggling, recruitment of children into violent extremism. So our response must be equally strong and coordinated.
The acting prime minister further pledged the country's support with the National Association of Black Law Enforcement Officers to help tackle wide-ranging crime issues. Global policing in uncertain times, adapting, collaborating, and protecting is a theme for the International Summit. Desmond Saunders, The Bahamas Tonight.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Focall Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
We're here at the Nassau Village Community Center project, where over the past 17 months, we've hired over 20 Bahamian subcontractors to bring this beautiful project to fruition.
I've been living in Nassau Village for more than 19 years, and to see a project like this bring great joy and pride to me.
This state-of-the-art multi-purpose community center will serve as a crime-fighting initiative in the community, also help with the education of our kids in this community, and a hurricane shelter.
Yeah, and it also shows what we as Bahamians can achieve when we work hand in hand with each other.
We have the technical know-how, and we can pretty much deliver on any project here in the Bahamas or in the world.
Bahamas Striping, a Bahamian company, they prove that they believe in Bahamians.
Based on the outcome of this project, I don't think they're disappointed in giving a small person an opportunity to do a job such as this.
The more opportunity they get, the more opportunity we will get.
If you look around and see the work done so far, it just shows what we as Bahamians can do.
Are you straight? Bro, I ain't getting no service. I can't make no calls. I can't post nothing on my stories. I don't get it.
Wait, you went on a live? Shad, come, let's fix that. Come. This one needs saving. Pour them over, please.
Say less. Sign up today. Enjoy 5 gigs on us with select prepaid plans when you port your number to Alive, or 3 months free Alive Fiber services when you port your landline.
The new stuffed crust cheddar flavor has a taste you'll enjoy.
Outside and inside.
With a delicious stuffed crust covered in irresistible cheddar flavor. Come and try the new stuffed crust cheddar flavor only at Little Caesars.
Pizza. Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code. Select your payment amount and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
This portion of the news is brought to you by 700 Wines and Spirits, bringing celebration across the nation.
Caribbean Bottling Company this weekend unveiled its latest initiative here in the country. Our Mauritian Burrows has the details of a pretty unique way of sharing and celebrating special moments.
It's about personalization and refreshment as Caribbean Bottling Company brings its Share a Coke initiative to Fusion Superplex this weekend, giving customers a chance to receive their own Coca-Cola bottle printed with their name on it. Company Marketing Director Jonathan Throneberry says the campaign is meant to provide Bahamians with the opportunity to create a magical connection, courtesy of Coca-Cola.
We worked with the registrar to pick 160 common Bahamian names because we really wanted to get Bahamians an opportunity to find names that's common in our country on the bottles. However, we realize that everybody won't find their name, so we're giving people an opportunity to join us today at Fusion and customize their bottles.
And while this campaign may be slightly new for the Bahamas, it is actually part of a global initiative where more than 120 countries are now sharing a Coke.
Of course, in a global capacity, the Coca-Cola Network, it's a powerful organization that has the ability to do things on a global scale. So we're just excited to bring that magic here to the shores of the Bahamas.
With more pop-ups expected to take place around the island and less than half of the year remaining, Throneberry says that much more is left in store.
We're trying to bring the energy, have fun, create smiles, engage our consumers, really celebrate the magic of Coca-Cola. So looking forward to the rest of the year, as we roll into the festive season after summer. There's a lot of events that you can look for us at, and we'll be excited to celebrate those moments with our consumers.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Marishan Barrows.
Well, Adon and Marlena, we've given you politics, we've given you labor, we've even given you a bit of news from the police. What do you have for us in Access Now?
We have something feel-good because Atlantis is offering some swimming classes. I know Bahamians can't swim. Can you swim? I know Marlena says she can swim.
Yes.
See?
Yeah, I think it was like one of the biggest swim lessons in the world they had recently. We've got that and the updates on Bahama's food festival and like the wine and art stuff they do that always has those big concerts. I want to know who's coming this year. We might be finding out.
Well, stay with us. The National Report is back after the break.
Happy Independence Bahamas! Let's celebrate 50+1 together with a unique Janae's Uniform Center Independence print, dry fit polo or t-shirts, ribbons and pole bows in black, gold, and aquamarine. Janae's special family package includes buy 2 adults and 3 children Independence polos or t-shirts and get 15% off. Outfit your staff for a special Independence dress of week or day with a different design. For more than 30 pieces of Janae's Independence polos or t-shirts, get up to 25% discount. Janae's Uniform Center Chesapeake Road Independence Selections. Choose your favorite and celebrate 50+1.
Hey, ladies, where's the Dave? Oh, okay, thanks. Bets.
Greg, what's up?
Ready, man, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
You what?
He's meditating. You gotta give him at least an hour.
All right, well, I can wait. I ain't got nothing to do. Pin say now on to independence.
This ain't making no sense, man. How people making it out there, Dre?
If you want to stop living paycheck to paycheck, you gotta learn how to budget. First, write down all of your income. Then, list out all of your expenses. And don't forget to save. Stop throwing away money. Put something aside for savings. And get this, government savings bonds can safely grow your money. So start budgeting, save your coins, and invest smart. Financial independence, way. Wait, financial independence, way. Learn how to invest in government savings bonds on the Central Bank of the Bahamas website.
Diet-friendly special.
Bahama today joined the global effort to promote water safety through the world's largest swimming lesson, a life-saving initiative that stresses the importance of swim education. With help from the Bahamas Swimming Association, the Cable Beach Resort welcomed participants to Baja Bay Water Park with a strong message. Swimming lessons save lives. It's a lesson the country can't afford to ignore. Just recently, there was a near drowning at a West Bay Street beach. Organizers say events like today's are especially important during the summer months where children are out of school and families spend more time in or near the water. And while the focus is often on the youth, lifeguards remind us that adults too need to know how to swim, as safety starts with being prepared. Well, before we close, we'd like to wish a very happy 93rd birthday to Dame Marguerite Pinling, the country's 10th Governor General and